Hello everybody, welcome to the latest Worlds of ZZT Livestream. Today we are continuing our 30th anniversary celebration with the third game in the series, Dungeons of ZZT. For this one, I'm just playing it in plain old ZZT 3.2 because we don't actually have an old version of Dungeons. The only version of Dungeons we have is the 3.2 version. So if there's older versions with different text, we'll never know. But yes, I guess I should unpause here. I just wanted to show off the nicely arranged enemies on the side, because they're not going to stay nicely arranged for long. Dungeons has a cool title screen, though. It looks like this. I think maybe that's supposed to be like falling down into the dungeons, perhaps. It's very colorful, though, that's for sure. There's Super ZZT. I've done the occasional playthrough of some of those games. Not often, because there's not a lot of them, and they're mostly nothing too spectacular. But I usually try to play something Super ZZT for like April Fool's-ish, sometime in April. But anyway, here's our nice looking title screen. This one's actually, I mean, as flashy as the blink walls are, this is probably one of the more simple title screens in that there's no like fancy logos or anything. It's just Dungeons of ZZT right now in text there. And some enemies just doing their own thing off on the side. So let's get right into this one. Dungeons is a good one. Like, Caves had good parts and bad parts. Dungeons is pretty good, pretty consistently. There's like one big exception. I'm gonna try and hold off on taking that path for a bit. Like, I was practicing a board before I started playing this on stream. It's that levels of not great. So we'll see how it goes. But Dungeon also has the coolest introduction by far. We're not just starting in the center of a town or at the entrance to a cave. We are trapped in these dungeons, and we are going to get locked inside. As you get this brief glimpse of hope that maybe if you're fast enough, you can shoot your way through. And if you mess around with like moving with the pause key, you actually can, but that's kind of besides the point. We are trapped in here. To get out this time, we're going to need just 4 purple keys. And you know, there's this helpful scroll that'll kind of tell us all this. Welcome to the dungeons! In your adventures through the town of ZZT, you have been captured by the evil dungeon guards. Not recognizing you as the great escape artist you are, the guards have thrown you into the dungeons of ZZT. To escape the dungeons, you must find and collect the 4 purple keys that unlock the dungeon doors. The keys are scattered throughout the 45 rooms of the game. It may sound easy enough, but nobody has yet conquered the dungeons. Proceed with caution, adventurer. You could be the first to win, but you will more likely become another victim of the Dungeons of ZZT. So I think the quote canon of this is you go on an adventure through the town, you take a detour into the caves, and then you come back out and finish town and get caught when you're inside the palace and thrown into the dungeons here. But these games are pretty standalone. They don't, like, that one scroll is really the only town connection. And I got nothing for City. City just starts you there, and it's just like, welcome to the city, leave the city. This one, Dungeons definitely has the best architecture, I think. The general board design and navigation is great, and I feel like Sweeney was having a lot of fun designing all this stuff. And there's our skeleton. It's a very scary place we're in. But like, it's non-linear, but it's also still guiding you, because I mean, there's the keys to those locked doors are just right here. But I mean, we're already over here, so do we want to turn around? These lions need to move down a little bit, please. It's also gets right to the point. It just gives you ammo. There's no like finding a path. I'm gonna open these doors right now. I think it's also pretty good about keys. Like, it won't screw us up if we don't open these. I'm just gonna go north. I like going north for dungeons. Actually, I'm just gonna call it D, because I'm probably gonna have to save the D2 file at some point. Like, the borders in this are colorful, for sure. It's not a very dingy dungeon. And here's our first purple key, which is supposed to be used on this door. But you can just turn around and unlock one of the purple doors. Is this... I think this might be in Tor. And yeah, so... I mean, a new player won't know this, but the reward for following this entire path is a purple key, and nothing else. So you legit can just grab that purple key and turn around and be done with it. No, it's not soft lock capable, it's playing the game early, essentially. It actually just works out in the player's favor. It lets you skip a chunk of the game if you really want, but Dungeons is cool, so you don't want to do that. Ouch. Yeah, if you do pause tricks, I have like a really, really old like DOSBox recorded speedrun I did of this, where I just mashed the pause key and you can beat the whole game in like 3 minutes. But pausing and not pausing should definitely be separate categories if you're speedrunning. There's some aggressive tigers. They're really cranking up the firing rate. Good enough, we are safe. Kennel is complete. We can move along to our next challenge. This one is definitely more action focused. There aren't a ton of puzzles, and the ones in here are like really easy. I know I said that about caves, and then I managed to like screw up every single puzzle in caves. But I swear, this one's even easier. So our 4 stages here. Each of these rooms has a little pocket with different enemies. And it doesn't actually say, I can't recall. Okay, yes, you need the gems not to kill the enemies. I think you might need to kill the enemies too at the very end, but... You also get boulders, so you can kind of shift the arena around a bit, or try and crush them to save ammo instead of shooting them. You could shoot the gems if you want to spend ammo and not get free health. Don't do that. Pick them up. Okay, green gems acquired. These ruffians are getting me good. Exactly, you gotta get all the points you can. Yeah, this one also, it's like caves, it doesn't have any way to get health. So I'm honestly not off to a great start here. I really do want to not have to cheat in any of these, which so far I've managed. But this one probably runs the greatest risk of me having to cheat. because it is much more action focused and it's still pretty limited health. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully, you know, these videos all wind up on YouTube if it's something you want to see the rest of. Explore the rest of these dungeons. Bears, here's a free gambit. Okay, I'm gonna shoot this gem, because luck is not on my side today. There we go. Oh wait, okay, now I remember how this board works. Well, you'll see. Thanks, Tim. Boulders are now tigers, and I regret many things. Some extremely uncooperative tigers. I mean, it's not as cruel as it could be. He does give this little barricade that the objects make. If this was just a big open room, I think it would be a lot worse. Splitting it like this is definitely an improvement. I never promised anything about Super ZZT, but I probably will, because, I mean, it's going to be its 30th, or is it 29th? Was it 92 for that one? I mean, really, Monster Zoo is the best of the original ZZT worlds. Sorry, Tim. But Alan Pilgrim had you beat there. Well, this is kind of a boring board. This one, however, is far cooler. We actually get to play around with some objects here and operate the key machine here. All the buttons are helpfully labeled. And as long as you take your time, it's very easy. If you can speed things up, you know, I could start like hitting 2 and sending the next one along the way, but it's very possible to get keys like caught behind objects and kind of break the machine, and you do not want to do that. So actually, like, yeah, even here, I gotta send this one out first. And then there's even a timing element with number 6 here. And there we go. Yes, it is extremely breakable if you don't take your time. Now we just gotta get a whole bunch of keys. See, I didn't quite screw it up because thankfully extra keys are provided. So you can see we need 3 of them. I've got 2 here, and there's still several more in the machine. So doing this, we did lose a key, but it is still salvageable. There's leeway in this one, which is definitely a change of pace from a lot of the puzzles in Towns and Caves, where if you screw it up, well, you gotta just reload. We're gonna be jamming out to these drum sounds for a bit, apparently. Probably could have been. for sure. But then, you know, you gotta bump up that board count for marketing purposes. We're getting 40-something boards here. No, gotta get your money's worth. And yeah, I'm gonna get another Gambit. Oh, right, I never even opened my last store. I don't think it hurts picking up an extra red key, but I'm not going to. Just to be safe, but let's keep an eye out if there's any red keys, if that does anything. Yes, that was Narcissa's Town of ZZT speedrun quite a while ago, which heavily used mouse input and pausing, and it was fun. Alright, here we do get an actual classic ZZT puzzle. Puzzling? Question mark. And we're just gonna make some pushers push. But as you can see, this is significantly more tame than the root board. You can't really break it. Oh, there we go. Puzzling? Question mark? No, not really. Anyways, here's the letter Z. ZZT! Yeah, good objects. Okay, back to the action-y dungeons content we crave. This board, this is something Dungeon does a lot, which I really like, where it's kind of split into multiple sections. You can see other exits. There's a lot you can do. Okay, actually picking up one of those red keys would have been helpful here, but there's a lot of, I guess, foreshadowing, where we can kind of see these other paths that we only get a glimpse of as we go through these boards multiple times. Anyways, if tigers and ricochets, if you like them in caves, they're back. Oh dear. If you really want, it's honestly not a bad idea to purposely stand in front of the duplicator that's in the middle there, because that will kill the tiger behind it. And you can much more safely navigate this bottom part as there'd be one less duplicator running. And see, like this board here, we could have approached it from the other side, and then we'd see this purple key and be like, how do we get this purple key? Yeah, I'm already low on ammo. I mean, the game's pretty reasonable about it. We can see there's a whole bunch on this board if I can get to the other side. Thank you. I feel like I'm not doing so great, honestly. I'm much more worried about my health than my ammo, but now we gotta turn around. Hopefully. Well, that's being generous. Oh, yes, ammo. Well, cool. Thanks for all your compliments on how great I am at this game. Okay, let's try. Oof. Well. This is what happens when you don't actually tank the one in the middle. Oh man, we're gonna... Okay, what's the best way to actually approach this? I mean, I don't think there's a better alternative than going through the top, because they're not at the top yet. But boy, they get there fast, huh? Go to the bottom. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. So yeah, I mean, I soft-locked the other games, but I didn't actually die until this one. Alright. Next time I'm just taking the purple key from the kettle and running. All that for a purple key. It's, you know, you kind of understand how this happens. The A is the ammo. Every time I pick one up, I get 5 shots. I should actually, since we definitely have some folks new to ZZT here with us, let me actually shut off my sidebar for a moment. Well, sure am. But I mean, we got health, ammo, torches for yen, gems, score. There's keys if we get any keys. And now we're here. And now I have ammo. And you know, it's kind of a good thing that I went to the north first. Because if you go to this board from the other sides first, you're going to be letting those duplicators run and get a little extra time. Let's get this health first, and then we'll see what the deal with all this is. This is Tim Sweeney's real gambit. If you touch the alpha, you will die. You're gonna touch the alpha. And then you die. I don't know. I mean, I was warned. Okay. I got worried that I somehow did not save. Oh, yes, I was well aware of the alpha. I forgot about its fantastic sound effects, though. But yeah, so that's just there. It serves no purpose other than to kill you and let these tigers fill up the board even more. So, yeah, beware of alphas. That's how you use a bomb. And with a bit of luck, I do not have luck today. I can save a couple of shots and, you know, actually get some of these centipedes. Oh, I didn't actually clear this path anyway. It's kind of moot at this point. But yeah, I'm still nervous about my ammo since I already ran out earlier. You also get this sort of switch, which again dictates the flow of the board. So next, let's head into the zapper, because that looks exciting. There's a small chance also I'll instantly kill myself on those blink walls. If you get hit in like a certain way, the game will just like zap you into the path of the next one and so on and so forth, and I'll just get destroyed. Okay, I'll at least get the green one here. That's something. I'm realizing this board is very reminiscent of the bug maze from town. Blink walls are dangerous. They can screw things up a little bit if you are not cautious around them. There's a couple of different bugs associated with them. I apparently can't solve a child's maze. Let's try this again and go this way. Actually, let's go up here first. Horse centipedes on patrol, but there's actually some good health here. Okay, now we can never return to this board again. I forgot about the bomb. That was a funny joke where I was going to just run right around the bomb, but then I left from here and now I'm going to get hit by the bomb instead. Oh, what a dodge. I didn't think that would be doable. So you can kind of screw things up like this, I guess. Alright, into the zapper. There's a lot of bears. And, you know, a lot of energizers, so we get to have some fun here. I was so worried that I was going to be erased from existence by that line. Okay. Can't shoot, but, you know, this is just a power fantasy board where you get to do this. Yeah, so the Energizer behavior actually, it basically, there's a check for objects and enemies when they try to move seek out the player, where if the player's energized, it'll just reverse the direction, so objects and enemies will run away. Okay, I might not even need this Energizer. I think I can just hold right and win. I lied. I was close. And yes, there's something that checks when the player is energized. I think there's both like a label and a condition, so you can do like if energized. And I mean, you could kind of tell from the fact that there's transporters around here. And we get ourselves a little maze. So, I mean, you can't buy health or anything, but this game is at least kind of generous with the gems. That we've gotten 100 so far. So we have to slowly carve out our maze here. Is there a board? I don't think. Is there something to the left here? Okay, that's weird. I don't know why there's a gap when there's no board connection. But we're out of here. We've made it through the zapper, the zapper, the zapper, the zapper. And some helpful advice. That, oh yeah, we got to return this key lest we have to do a lot of backtracking. No, I'm just not saying anything because I got nothing to add. We just get to take the scenic route to return this key. We went east, but we didn't go far east. But we also didn't go south, so we're going south because I'm purposely avoiding this last area. So this is a fun board. This is the Whirlpool. It is kind of reminds me of that puzzle action-y board in caves I liked with all the keys and doors and boulders and duplicators. This one's a bit more streamlined. It's not as good, but it's still a fun idea. You get to just do laps, basically. And it works surprisingly well. Well, if I remember to open my doors. Oh my god, tigers are really dancing here today. And there's also the super advanced strategy of taking advantage of the water and being able to shoot things from the other side if you want. But the enemies kind of spawn in a little too fast for that to be practical. And with each lap, too, you're also getting rid of more forest, usually. So it also mixes things up with how you're going to approach this board. This is a good board. I really like this one. Don't like this wall of tigers. That I'm not a fan of. But the general structure is sound. So you really want to keep moving. Yes, tank. That was definitely intentional. Yeah, I've probably done this smarter before. Oh man, these tigers. Not great. And it also has the cool optional component there. There's one more key, which opens up some ammo and gems, which I'm skipping for now, but I will get to it later. Oh yeah, that's right. If I go inside the whirlpool, that didn't even occur to me. That should definitely help things out actually tremendously. That's good. That's really good. I wish I had thought of that. Like, this board does indeed have a lot of depth to it. And then we get whatever this wild thing is. The Deep Dark Dungeons, I suppose. Expect a lot of bizarre ways of navigating boards here. We got swoosh on in here. There we go. And that centipede is none the wiser. I do know at some point that I did sort of like audit the keys of all these games to see if there were any like big skips. I think Sweeney's generally pretty good about key usage, other than screwing up the kennel with just have a purple key. Town has some stuff where you can take the armory key, but I think Dungeon's actually pretty sound with his key usage. Because even if you do something like pick up that extra yellow key and like take it somewhere else, you'll kind of end up just needing a key like somewhere, like the key on whatever board that you skipped. You'll end up probably needing it for something else. I think you get to skip one maybe. Alright. And I mean, again, we get another split path here. This game really does branch out quite a lot. And look at this. Like, how excited are you all now for whatever the heck is going on in the middle there? Like, I don't care about these lines. Or the weird gem figures over there. I just want to know what's going on in the middle. This one is pretty comparable, honestly. It's like 40-something boards. If somebody wants to look it up real quick, if you just take a look in the museum file viewer, you should be able to tell pretty quickly, just get the board counts. And I mean, it's slightly more nuanced than that since they have like unused boards in them, but I don't think this one is really any bigger. It just makes much better use of its space. There's these sort of like boards that you go to 2-3 times even. And that just makes everything last extra long. Well, I don't know if it does. I think it's still like cohesively connected. Or maybe not. Okay, so now we got a blue key. Ah, and there's our blue door, which I just kind of wandered past without looking. So 28, yeah, I guess maybe this is long. Didn't it say that this one was like 40 boards though? I know Caves gives like a hard number, because I mean, it's a selling point of these games, which is you get over 25 boards, over 40 boards. It's something to make it look like you're getting this big lengthy game. Oh, and also keep in mind that this branch commits you to it. Once you open that door and go through that transport, you are here until you are done with this area. So hopefully I didn't make any horrible mistakes. Alright, what do you think this is going to be? Yep, it's a percent sign. Alright, now we'll really test my gamer cred. Oh, does this health actually give you health? I forgot that there's a heart. Nope. It gives you this. Heck yeah. Heck no. That one doesn't count, because you're supposed to use the boulders. I was just demonstrating to see if I actually finally turned my luck around. I got 1 out of 2. I just guessed and I hoped, and this board, I love this board. I don't know what it is. There's like a billion entrances and exits though. We got north, we got south, we got east, we got 2 more to the north, we got 1 more to the south, we got transporters and a weird X. This could be anything. Left side is a bong. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, yes, this is definitely connecting weird for this to lead to here, but whatever. Don't think too much. We also get more boulder backgrounds. Everybody loves boulder backgrounds. Did it? What does level mean, though? We could prepare for our doom, or we could go through the weird X chamber. Ah, we are missing a key. We can't go through the X chamber. That's right. I'm just gonna get the X chamber ready. Well, I'm already here. Is it possible to get that ammo? I don't think it is. Try and lure some of these ruffians here, and hopefully... well, that just made it worse. Okay. Let's prepare for our doom. Here's our red key. Here's the big old ammo. Like, a lot of ammo. So I think our ammo problems are over. We can't go this way. We can't go this way, though, that's for sure. Oh lord, I wasn't expecting to get pushed in. That went surprisingly well. So yeah, you're kind of at least forced to engage thanks to being shoved in there. And that also, you know, doubles as making the exit an exit. And up we go. The 2 board. Okay, so now we get to explore the X chamber. So, I mean, we do get a choice of how we want to approach this. We could just kind of ignore the blinds and centipedes entirely, actually. Why would we not do that, actually? I mean, if you really want 3 more gems, you can get them. Speaking of nonsense boards, we're back here again, and we're using transporters to, like, simulate layers as we go underneath this red passage. Ah, I forgot. This is the board that had those bullets. We can't actually shoot on this board, so we do have to dodge all these centipedes. Which is not easily done. Well, that went okay at least. Yeah, there's just... I love this. Even the slider background is weird. This is like a wild looking board. I honestly thought I was going to get hit more than once. This one, though, just the organization of dungeons is very good. Did I miss something? I missed something. But I don't have any keys either. What did I miss? Like, I should be leaving this branch with a purple key. This is where the branch started, isn't it? Yeah, we missed a purple key. We went in here. Been through this one. Went through here. I mean, there's this whole mess. Okay. Yeah, there's just so many paths that kind of missed this one. We missed this other path to this 3rd exit to the north on this board. We hadn't gone here. Also, really good scroll. Tim just was having a lot of fun with his objects and things in this one. Okay, our ammo problems are definitely over. Okay, I have found the purple key. It is clearly labeled. And we get this board, which is kind of like the one in caves, except it's not dark, and tigers are only in the first part. So this one gets to favor the player a lot more. We get to have some fun with these ricochets and hopefully do some cool bank shots. Ricochets are a lot of fun when they're working in your favor rather than against you. Okay. Getting somewhere. Well, I was doing good. And sadly, this last branch doesn't let you just go nuts. Lets you do this, though. Alright, now I got a beat. Okay, and now I can do this again. I get to navigate past the centipede room. But this time I have a purple key, so it's okay. Also, hey, thank you all for being here for this stream. I don't think I've ever actually hit 30 viewers before. And I just tried to shoot the centipedes, and it didn't work! Oh, fine, I'll get the gems. Seeing as I already had to retreat in terror. It wasn't worth it. It's never worth it. Well, rip. I mean, I'm having fun. I always have fun with these, but the original ZZT worlds are, like, legit really fun to go back to, even if I feel like comparing this to modern ZZT games, they're very different in tone and presentation. Let's do this correct. Look at that, and by leaving that forest tile, I'm safe. Oh, this board is so good once I'm not an idiot about it. More ammo, more gems. If we want to max out our high score a bit, this is a great board to do it on, I'm sure. But I am content to never return. Alright, yeah. There's one key left, and I have been saving this one for last for good reason. We've all been having fun here with Dungeons of ZZT, but I'm afraid that that's gonna change shortly. How do I get to that one? This way. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. We've had our dessert. Oh, now we gotta have the broccoli. This is the very, very nasty part of dungeons. Okay. Make a safety save. I'm gonna pause so we can look at this board in all its glory. Hit the target. Don't miss. Okay. So, I mean, okay, you gotta hit a target. Fine. Let's see how the target moves. And don't miss, because if you miss, bad things happen. Very bad things happen. Extremely bad things happen. Wow, I actually survived. But, well, okay. Here's the thing. When you miss, you lose that shooting point. So you can soft lock this if you don't die from stars. I managed to actually dodge them, which is not something that usually happens, but if you do get hit, it does warp you back to the start of the board, and you're on the other side of this, so you're safe. You only get hit once, but it ain't great. So I'm not soft locked. I can keep doing the puzzle, and no, I'm not. How am I soft locked? They just get to keep playing the puzzle. Then I can purposely miss a shot and get hit by a star. I can just, like, trust me, it's very easy to miss. I can do that on purpose very easily. Not soft locked. I'm fine. See? I got all the health I need. But I am going to restart this. Because, man, I don't want to make this any worse than it needs to be. Now, like I said, I was practicing this before the stream. It's not great. I was hoping I'd get lucky and actually make it look easy, but no, this is what this is actually like. Okay. No, still didn't even get it once. Oh yeah, did I mention every time you hit the target, the door only moves up one space and you have to hit the target several times? It's not a good board. We're not done. We gotta continue doing this. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely ways to make this better. Like, only having to hit the target once would honestly make it not great, but not the worst thing in the world. If you're really lucky and your timing is just slightly off, you can kind of desynchronize the target. And if you do that, it'll actually go to this bottom row and you can just shoot there freely because it won't do anything if you miss. Also, yeah, it is possible to actually run and hide in here if you're quick enough, but where am I going to stand from? I'm on ammo line, so I need to shoot when it gets 2 gems, which should be the next one. Maybe? Good enough. Now I'm being told that there's some weird screwy soft lock thing. So I'm saving separately here with stars on the screen. So what are y'all talking about? But if I don't get hit, I mean, I have to get hit, yes, but like this currently is not a soft lock state in that I can just shoot this one right here and open the door like that. I'm not soft blocked. I almost hit the target. I would have screamed. This is what I mean. Like, I can get hit still. Oh, okay. Now I understand. It took me a while. If I move south, my return to start coordinates will be at the bottom of the screen. Okay, you're all right. You're all correct. That was just me not getting it. Well, that makes this board even worse. Okay. Well, let's just make a good old save here. Like, what a board. It's such a long shot, too. Like, even if this first set of water wasn't there, it would still be tough if you can move up to the next one. It ain't great. Okay. Now we're back to the basics. And now that I have like 500 ammo, also another foreshadowed purple key. I actually think every purple key in this game, you see it before you can actually get it, which is kind of neat. But yeah, I've got 500 ammo. I can be far more freely shooting at this point. What's this thing? This looks like a puzzle. It doesn't even have a name though, so... Okay, so we're in here, we're out here. I can shoot. So what do I need to do? I need to get to that blue key. To get to that blue key, I need to push this horizontal one over, which I can just do. What's the puzzle here? What's the point of that bomb? Is it just to, like, get those gems down there? Yeah, I can do that. Which, I mean, that's a timing thing, but that seems like a bonus more than part of the puzzle. Right, does this... Get me out of here. Okay, yeah, I think I do have to touch them from the other side. Okay, so there is a puzzle here. And the puzzle is a timing one. So I'm gonna... I mean, the timing is pretty generous. Well, I sure hope that touching this works, because otherwise... Oh, no, I can just leave from the bottom. There we go. I'm sure this happy little smiley face will be greatly helpful. Ooh, we actually saw, like, multiple tigers appear? That means that there's actually some, like, screwed up stats on this board. Those tigers just kind of were, like, underneath the ruffians. They're gonna, like, pop into existence. Look at this buggy product. That's what I thought at first, but then more keep appearing afterwards. So I suspect there were tigers originally, and they got changed to ruffians with the fill tool, and ZZT's fill tool is kind of buggy at times. So the next thing to do is just leave through the other way out. Probably, but this seems very intentional. Or maybe it's just like a soft lock prevention thing, because maybe if you touch those from the inside... I mean, they do have like a kind of like pushing out. They have a weird implementation with how they move specifically, but... Challenge complete. Puzzles don't even have names. Now this one, here's a puzzle that has a name. Don't blow yourself up. My VG advisor. Okay, so this makes it a little easier to squeeze through these and be safe. And we have this mess here. It's a little tedious. Oh, I was doing so good. Well. Probably. Because, I mean, you're gonna push at least some bombs down here. So I think it's gonna put the idea in the player's head that, hey, there's some bombs that are safe, as it were. I'm gonna get this key as long as I'm over here, actually. Like, this is kind of a different board. I like this one. It's definitely more action puzzly. It's kind of like engineer required in that sense. Oh yeah, I don't even have to worry about backtracking. That's another thing. This game's a lot nicer than K's with the backtracking. Like, we're done here now, so we just get to leave. But yes, okay. Demonstrating what was being discussed. So if we get hit now, we're just here, and that door will never open again. But now we know. So yeah, be careful with that board. It's not a very good one. The rest of the game was nice. That's our last purple key, so we just gotta, you know, get out of these dungeons. To say goodbye to our skeleton friends. Very bold choice, by the way, not using white for a skeleton. And I love how, like, mechanical this is. You have to wait for the spinning guns to actually fire. Which can take some time, apparently. So because you're never actually, like, aligned with them, you can't really influence them. Even if they're going to try to shoot towards the player, it's going to be 50-50 whether it decides on north or east. Let's go. One more. Well, two more. One more. One more bullet. Come on. Can you imagine speedrunning the game and having to go through this? This is the run killer right here. Look at this. Shoot the bullet. There you go. This game does have a good ending, but boy, if you're a regular on these streams, you're not going to be too shocked by it. I love the little Tim and conveyors, because why not? And some more ammo, in case we needed it. Almost. We're not done yet, well, of course. As always, when you get all your keys, there's still something left. And that's the Fritz, in this case. It was just a mess of a board, for sure. But as you'd expect, you can't just go. You gotta get every single gem. The good news is you are late enough into the game that it's not much of a problem to just shoot the gems if you wanted to. I didn't actually want to shoot that one. I don't know. I mean... Oh no, that's right. I did die in town on its final board. So... Whoop. Yeah, watch out for the tigers, but other than that, this one's not nearly as threatening. It's gonna kind of go a little nuts here with my shooting. I mean, it's not like I don't have hundreds of ammo to spare. Congratulations! 10,000 bonus points! This helpful crew opens up the gate, and victory is ours. There we go. Congratulations, adventurer. You have escaped from the dungeons of ZZT. We were a dragon all along. Happy belated Appreciate a Dragon Day. So yes, this is going to very smoothly transition into our end screen for sure. So that was Dungeons. It was still very good. Other than the horrible target practice room, I very much enjoyed it. Dungeons is definitely a good one. So we've only got one game left in the original quadrilogy, and that's going to be City of ZZT. And unfortunately, I already know that I work next Sunday, so it's not going to be next week. And I'm probably going to be stuck working the Sunday after that. So I'm going to actually figure out whether my plan is to just stream it on an off day or to just wait a while. But that's going to be it for now. Let me transition to the proper ending screen that I always end these streams with. Now look at that. It looks very familiar. There's also a dragon playing ZZT. Where did this come from? So, the city is probably my favorite. It's very tough to actually just make a decision on this. But 3 down, 1 to go. It's been a lot of fun. So we're probably going to be taking a short break. And I will see y'all again in, well, 2 weeks maybe, if we're lucky. We'll figure it out. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here, supporting these streams. I just published like another set of games on the Museum of ZZT today. We did have some newcomers. I know Anna here has been doing a fantastic job actually like retweeting these streams and getting the word out. So just in case you're unfamiliar with all this stuff, yeah, Museum of ZZT is like the website today, and obviously the Worlds of ZZT Twitter account she was retweeting is the Twitter account for that. But I think that's going to be it. So I will see you all later. Thanks for watching.